Hi friends, welcome to Vermont Stitchy Co.'s Flosstube number 4. It's the 26th of February 2025 and my name is Chelsea, and this Flosstube channel is about my journey with cross stitch and also being a cross stitch designer, a Etsy shop owner. I sell just my cross stitch patterns right now, and everything Flosstube. So here we are today. I don't have a lot to show you. You know, last week we had a big haul, but let's see, what did we do last week? On Saturday, I went with my aunt to Swanson's fabric shop in Turner's Falls, Mass. If you've ever been there, it's a really small but very cute shop. They take donated fabric and then they resell that. So it's nothing, they're not getting any modern fabric from dealers or anything, but it's all maybe somebody passed away or and they have a whole, you know, stack of stuff, and nobody quilts or nobody sews in the family, so you can donate it there. You know, if you have stuff from the 80s and 90s that you're like, I'm never going to use this fabric again, you can donate it to them. They're very lovely people there, and the shop was really cute. It's not just quilt stuff, you can do yarn. They have some cross stitch items as well, hoops, needles, buttons. I mean, it is just a crazy cool shop. And so I got a few things. I got some fabric that I'm hoping to use for some more busted canvases. A busted canvas is what this is. So it's a canvas, and I put fabric on both sides here. That's just what I do. Other people use paper, and that's perfectly fine, or wherever you want. So, but I just use fabric. So I'm hoping some of them will match the colors that I have for my thread that's coming up. I got a few pieces of fabric that I just thought were just too cute, and I'm gonna use them for myself, for my own quilting. And then I went with my aunt because she wants me to make a quilt for a friend of hers, so I am commissioned to do that as well. So this week, hopefully by the end of the weekend, I'll have that done. I didn't bring any of the fabric in because this is a cross stitch channel, but if you would like to see it in next week's video, please leave a comment below and let me know, and I will more than happy to share that with you all. What else did I do? I didn't really do much else this week. Did a couple at-home workouts because, as you know, my low back, I hurt it a few weeks ago, and then with so much cross stitching, I have an old injury on my neck and shoulder, so with a lot of cross stitching, I'm looking down and just holding that one position for a few hours at a time. So I have to do weightlifting to be able to strengthen this area and then to be able to continue to cross stitch. So I'm a dork, and I do step workouts, not step machines, but like the 1980s step boards, and you go up and down and you do moves on them. So yeah, that's me. I do them at home because I don't like a gym. I don't like the smells of gyms, and then I just don't like the noise of the TVs constantly being on, just random channels, and then the weightlifter people, as nice as they are, I'm not into them lifting and then dropping really loudly the weights. It bugs me, and it bugs my ears, so I don't do that. I don't go. Just not my thing. What else did I do? As you can see, I've moved my area. The next door neighbors, their kid, I think, was on vacation last week here in Vermont. I think it was like winter break or something. So he was here all week. So this is where I want to be, but I just couldn't because I'm in a condo complex, so you can hear them. And the dog is quiet right now. This morning he was howling. So I took this opportunity to just take a few minutes to film. you can see I have a friend behind me. It's not a ghost. It's a marble piece from my grandma. The whole piece was from my grandma. The wall is painted. That my husband has done that. So we're on year 5 and it's still not done. I'm hopeful though. So that's his painting on the wall. And then you can see I have my cross stitch on the little shelves and a few other knick-knack items. So this is where I want to be. The screen is right here. So it's really nice light from this area. It's a really dark space that we have, unfortunately. I'm hoping to get, my stepdad is gonna bust through that wall over there to get just a single up and down window. So I'm hoping we can get more light this year, hopefully in the next couple months, maybe April or May, before it gets really hot, so that we can put an AC in there as well. So fingers crossed, I'll keep you updated on that progress. But I wanted to show you a few things. We have a new item up on my Etsy shop. It is the pot of gold with rainbow and 2 4-leaf clovers. So it was what I covered up last week, but I wanted to show you. So you can see there's a space for a third thing. I have it already created. I just haven't uploaded onto Etsy yet. But you can see the 4-leaf clover there. See if I can get it any closer. So this is it's going to be 3 different cross stitch on here. For now, it's a temporary solution, and then I'll eventually make it more formal by doing something like this once March has passed. But for right now, I like the way the flowers and stuff look. So, so for next week, I'll give you a sneak peek. Boop. It's a little Mardi Gras theme, almost done with it. So that'll be fun. And then I still have this, which is the Welsh Love Spoon. I haven't put up yet. We'll see if I put it up. I don't know how I'm feeling about it yet, but I think I will. So those are the newest things. And then I have one item that I'm working really hard to get cross-stitched. The way I work is I have the patterns, I create the patterns, then I personally cross-stitch everything. I don't have anybody else working for me, so I design and I make the actually, you know, create the pattern so that you can see it, and so that the pictures that I take on Etsy and the videos that I take on Etsy, you can see as well. I really want that to be not just a digital file image. I really want you to be able to see what it looks like. So I'm working really hard on this one. I'm 2 weeks ahead because I've got those other 2 that I just showed you, but I really am proud of this one. And if you follow me on my Instagram, Vermont Stitchy Co., all one word, you'll see sneak peeks weekly. But I've got this one. I'm putting it on one of the new fabric that I got from my haul. This is the kind of light pink iridescent that I was showing off last week. It's kind of got a glitter to it. I don't know how well the glitter will come off on camera, but this is what I have so far. Let's see. Pull it down a little bit. So it's a pretty big stitch. It's going to go all the way around, and the cat with the butterflies will repeat up here. See, I'm just folded it in half, but it will repeat. So it'll be fairly large, not the full size of this fabric, but it'll come to at least over here when it's all said and done. And I did this design, to coordinate with those other 2 because of the 4-leaf clover and the Irish theme. However, because of the colors and the just the choice of what's in the middle, this can and will take you, if you choose to stitch this up, will take you well into spring and even could go into summer. You know, you don't have to do the 4-leaf clovers green if you don't want to. Make them match your aesthetic. Also, the cat is kind of a gray body with a light gray head and tail. I'm gonna go over that, I think, a little bit in a different color to make it pop a little bit more. And then we've got the birds, and on the opposite corner will be flowers. Opposite of the birds will be flowers. So you can make this go well into spring. It doesn't have to be March or St. Patrick's Day specific. But I'm really proud of this. It's one of the biggest ones I've made. I think it's really lovely and really beautiful. And you can kind of see the shimmer here on this side. But I think when it's done and I have it finished, it'll be really nice. And I've decided this one's so nice and so big that a busted canvas isn't gonna work. I think I'm gonna set this in an embroidery hoop and leave it like that. Embroidery hoops are great if you like to stitch, you know, in something, and you do one at a time. I stitch in hand, so I don't normally have embroidery hoops. So I'm gonna have to go out and get some, and it's gonna be a large embroidery hoop. They recommend, you know, don't leave your stuff in embroidery hoops if you're working day to day on an item, but if you're going to use the embroidery hoop as your final product, then that's perfectly fine. You can leave it in there, and it's not gonna, as long as you're not taking it off and on, it'll be fine. It won't warp or anything. But I think this will look really nice in a wooden embroidery hoop. I'm not going to do a plastic, although if you chose to, I think a nice pink or purple would really make this pop. But I'm going to do a wooden embroidery hoop, and then the hope is that where you screw in to tighten it, I want to put like a nice ribbon or something there. And at Swanson's, I bought a really fun, like a 3D button. It's a heart. I'm hoping I can put that in the middle of a bow and kind of hang it from somewhere. Maybe add some flowers from Michael's or Joann's, or maybe just ivy or clovers if I can get something green maybe. We'll see. But I'm excited about this. I'm really proud of this. I'm hoping to have it done by Sunday. If I can get it done by Sunday, maybe by next week I'll have it up in the Etsy shop. But I'm super proud of this one, and I think you guys will love it too. And in terms of like level of beginner, intermediate, or advanced in terms of cross stitching, I don't have any fancy cross stitch, I don't know what you call it. Normally my cross stitches are just X's or a back stitch. So there aren't any fancy stitches in this. So yes, it could be a beginner, but because it's so large and requires different color changes, and you really have to pay attention to the pattern and really count it, I would say this is a beginner intermediate because of that, because of the time and dedication and the amount you have to really pay attention to. Whereas something like this, I would say this is a beginner because it's really simple. You still have to pay attention to it because it's counting, but it's just not as complicated with the color changes and what have you. So yeah, and for this, I don't know if I told you last week, but I use a light to cross stitch on everything, on all of it. Like I said, my house is pretty dark, and so I have to have something else to cross stitch. And when I'm working, I have to work, and by the time I'm done with work, because I'm in New England, I'm in Vermont, there's a mountain behind us, the way the sun sets, there's not a lot of natural light that comes into my house when I'm done with work, at least in winter time. I'm 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. and so by the end of the day, there's not much back here in the back. And in the front of the house, it's already gone. So I use a light. I got this on Amazon, was not that expensive. There are 3 light settings, and then it's off. Oops. 3 light settings. It goes around my neck. You can adjust it, you know, however you want, so that you can focus the light right at your cross stitch pattern. And for me, I need it. I don't need glasses to see up close, but the light is very, very helpful. I'm not straining my eyes. As you can see, I have glasses normally anyways, so I'm not straining my eyes any extra, and I don't need my glasses to cross stitch when I'm using the light. If I don't have the light, I do need my glasses. It's just, I just need the extra light. However, there is something to be said for just using natural light if you can. That is the best light to use in terms of cross stitching for whatever reason. It's lovely. It's great. I don't have a problem at all when it's natural light. So if you have the ability, if you're interested in cross stitching and you're like, I don't know, do I need one of these? They have lights that sit on the table that come over. They have big contraptions that have a ring light with a magnifying glass inside. If you happen to need that, you can, but there's something to be said that natural light is just the best. It's just absolutely wonderful. So this is what I use. Even if it's bright daylight out, you know, and I'm up in my office, I still use this because, again, the light just doesn't come into my office as well as I would like it to, especially in the wintertime. So this is very helpful. Again, on Amazon, I don't think I paid more than $20 for this. It comes with a USB charger, and I just plug it into my computer. So, and that works for me. And I just, when I'm done, or while I'm working and I'm going to work on my cross stitching later in the afternoon, I'll just charge it up. Doesn't take more than a few hours to fully charge, and then I can get about 8 straight hours of using this. So that's really nice. It's been really helpful. It allows me to move and stitch a lot faster than I had been when I first started out. And when I first started out, I thought, oh, you know, I don't need a light. What's the point? My eyes are just fine. I'm young, my eyes are fine. But it is a game changer. Yeah, and the last thing I want to show you guys, because I don't have a lot today, but so over the weekend, I had an idea, and I'd love your opinion on it, so leave comments below. But I had an idea, and I've been playing with the idea for a while, of starting creating cross-stitch kits. I see on Etsy they do have, some people have them, some people sell them, but I want to take my patterns and provide a kit for shoppers. So what that would mean would be I would provide the pattern for you in the kit, all the floss that's required, and then a needle or two, as well as some fabric, enough fabric for you to use and be successful with the pattern. You would need to, you know, if you like to cross stitch in a hoop, that would be something that you would have to provide for yourself. So I want to provide all the basic necessities so that you can cross stitch. And so I want to make that happen. And so it's a slow process. You know, it does cost money. And so I am working on it. But the first 2 things I did, and I'll just show you one of them, was I created a logo for myself. And then I had stickers made because I want to wrap all the items that I put in the cross stitch kit in like tissue paper and then put my sticker on it. I do have business cards that I have made. They're not here. I don't know where they are right now, but it's the same as the stickers, only on the back side it has my information on it. So these are the stickers. It's Vermont Stitchy Co. with the logo with 2 trees, a needle, a needle and a spool inside a heart, and then it says Vermont Stitchy Co. So that's what my logo will be. And so it's just a slow process of buying the printer so that I can print out the patterns myself on nice paper, kind of a glossy type paper, and then getting the packaging and starting that process. So let me know in the comments below, one, if you think that would be interested in that. And then if you could go to my Etsy shop, I'm not asking you to buy, just look and see what pattern you like and you would maybe want to you'd want to stitch up first. I'm gonna do a handful to start off with, see how it goes, see if I get any traction with it. And so yeah, I would just love your input and what you think, what you would like and what you'd like to see as a cross stitch kit. So yeah, and like previous weeks, I want to take a moment to say thank you for coming back and visiting me today and watching my YouTube video today. It really means a lot. For those of you who are new, thank you for stopping by and welcome, and I hope you continue to come back and be on this journey with me. And for those subscribers and those of you who have seen me once or twice before, I really appreciate it. It's just me. I'm just starting out. This is all new to me. Even YouTube, Flosstube is really brand new to me. So I appreciate the support and the community we're creating here. If you ever have any questions or you have comments, please don't hesitate to post in the comments below. I look at everything. You can follow me on Instagram at Vermont Stitchy Co. That's one word. On my Etsy shop, vermontstitchyco.etsy.com. Again, Vermont Stitchy Co. is one word. And again, no obligation to buy anything on my patterns, but I'd love for you to look and tell me what you think and what you'd like a kit in. Because it's just me, and I really appreciate your thoughts and your support. And until next week, have a wonderful weekend, a wonderful day, and yeah, have a good one. Bye.